Good morning from beautiful Pocatello, Idaho, site of the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar. It's game one of the tournament. The 5-seed Weber State Wildcats are taking on the 4-seed and home team this morning, the Montana Grizzlies. My name is Logan Kyle, so I'm joined as always by Taylor Fitzgerald. Taylor, 6 teams started this marathon back in February with one dream, heading to the Big Dance NCAA tournament. We got a good one on our hands today, the defending tournament champions, a team that won a game in regionals in Eugene last year, the Weber State Wildcats, taking on one of the great program turnarounds in recent college softball memory, Montana Grizz.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great matchup here today. I think we're in for a great matchup of teams all weekend long, but no better than this one right here to start things off.
Yeah, should be a good one. Montana wearing the white tops, maroon bottoms. Weber State will be wearing all black uniforms. Kara Sweet in the circle for Montana, the newcomer of the year, co-newcomer of the year in the Big Sky Conference. On the season, Kara Sweet, sophomore, with a 4.08 ERA, 1.63 whip, 7.6 win-loss record in 84 innings, 45 strikeouts to 32 walks. She'll be taking on a potent Weber State Wildcat lineup with Jordan McMahon leading things off, followed by Abby Grundy, Sadie Kirk, Apollonia Maldonado batting cleanup, followed by Emma Bingham, Tegan Smith, Mariah Delgado, Sienna Solis, and Sammy Gallegos batting ninth. First pitch, and we are off here in Pocatello. First pitch strike from the transfers, Kara Sweet.
Like you mentioned, Logan, Kara Sweet going to get the ball today to start the game off for the Montana Grizz. Going to come at you with a screwball and a curveball, so side to side. Also does have a really effective changeup.
Pushing the air left and foul.
Likes to throw that changeup often. She has a 29% overall chase rate and a 56% swing rate on the changeup. So when she can locate the changeup, I think it's a huge weapon for her and really helps keep these hitters off balance.
Jordan McMahon batting leadoff for the Wildcats, coming into this game batting .399. Call, third strike. Kara Sweet starts off the Big Sky tournament with a strikeout looking. There's one gone near the top of the first.
Not a bad way to get things going if you're the Montana Grizz right there. Kara Sweet just going right at Jordan McMahon and catches her looking on the outer half. Great pitch by the sophomore.
So the senior, she's been in this game, the big in this tournament now 4 times. Abby Grundy steps to the box. On the year batting .272, 826 OPS, has left the yard 4 times. 4 of her 14 extra base hits on the year.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, these two teams matched up earlier this season, of course. Montana sweeping the Wildcats, setting up championship weekend last week where they fell to twice to Idaho State. Had 2 chances to win the Big Sky Championship. Instead, losing twice, dropping them all the way down to the 4 spot. Called strike.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Logan, last time the two teams met up, it was pretty close in the first game with Montana taking it 4-2, but then after that, it was all Grizz offense, with the second game being 11-6 and the third game being 11-3. So Montana looking to kind of get things going here, and I think Weber State looking for a little bit of a jump back, as you will.
Right. Kara Sweet in that series with 7 2/3, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both being earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Looking for her strikeout of the game right here. This one's driven into left field. And making the catch, or there's JoJo Christians for out number 2.
Nice Nice job there by Kara Sweet. She gets Grundy to swing and miss on the changeup the pitch before, and there just gets her out in front on the outer half for an easy fly ball for out number 2.
What are your Jeremiah Johnson keys to the game for the Weber State Wildcats today?
So for Weber State coming in, it's going to be really important for them to get hot in the circle at the right time. Pitching can change a game. It's going to be important for the Weber State pitchers to limit the free passes, limit the damage, and get outs to give the hitters a chance to get things going. And I think they just got to come in with the why not us mentality. Coming into the tournament as the 5 seed, there's nothing for Weber State to lose. They can play loose and free, which often allows pressure to shift off them and onto their opponent.
And Weber State always seems to be a tournament team, regardless of the win-loss record in the regular season. Last year, they got swept by Idaho State and ended up taking the Bengals down in the championship game to get to the NCAA regionals. This one inside, called for a ball, so 2-1 on Sadie Kirk.
Yeah, obviously Weber State has a lot of long-standing tournament success and regular season success as well. And like you said, really just seem to be able to turn it on at the right time at the tournament.
See Kirk ahead of the count 2-1. That was off the end of her bat. Kirk on the season batting .368, .928 OPS, 14 doubles. It's a major piece of their championship team last year. Big Sky Freshman of the Year. Now in her sophomore campaign.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Really, since she stepped on campus, she's been a really big influence in this Weber State lineup.
In the right field. Taking the catch is Bukowski to retire the side. So 1-2-3. Kara Sweet sets the tone for the Grizz. See if the bats pick them up in the bottom half of the first inning. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar, exclusively on ESPN+.
Have you decided yet? Yeah. Man.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jam Bar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jam Bar, the official energy bar of the Big Sky Conference.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number. But when 1 is a collection of many, 1 can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for 85 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same: to elevate the highest levels of preventive care and overall wellness, one member at a time. Always keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
Grace Lopez leading things off for the Montana Grizz here in the bottom half of the first. Lineup for Montana will be Grace Lopez, followed by Chloe Saxon, Anna Cocktail, Kaylee Mahia, JoJo Christians, Mackenzie Bukowski batting 6th, followed by Grayson Graviette, Brianna Gutierrez, and Jessica Churns. Kylie McCraw throws a first pitch strike to Grace Lopez. The shocker Taylor coming into this game. Madison Tarrant ruled out not only this game, but it seems like the entire tournament due to concussion.
Yeah, she's been a huge part of this success of Montana's run here this year. So, although I don't think she'll be able to contribute on the field, we're definitely going to see her in the dugout talking up her teammates and all that good stuff. So,
yeah, talking to Seth Ewing yesterday during their practice here, said that Madison Tarrant is a heart and soul of this Montana Grizz program this season. So, major loss. Grayson Graviette will step in the catching role. It's catching duty.
yeah.
This is 1-2 on Grace Lopez. Weber State has Kylie McCraw in the circle. The senior has a 5.96 ERA as she gets Grace Lopez to swing and miss for her 32nd strikeout of the season. through 91 2/3 innings pitched. She has a win-loss record of 6-9. Loves to pitch in the Big Sky tournament. She'll be throwing the ball to Apollonia Maldonado, doing the catching duty for the Wildcats, followed by Mariah Delgado at first. Over at second, Sadie Kirk. Shortstop, Sienna Solis. Over at third base, Abby Grundy. Left to right, Emma Bingham, Jordan McMahon, and Sammy Gallegos.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Kelly McCraw, the senior right-hander in the circle for Weber State. She loves to throw that drop ball, so really likes to work down in the zone, and then has a curve and a rise to complement it as well. But I'd look for her to get ahead and just try to spin the ball and try to keep these Montana hitters guessing.
So 2-0 on Chloe Saxton, the lone senior in this Montana Grizz program, batting .294 with an .875 OPS, 4 home runs on the year, drawn 15 walks. Hit 15 RBIs. She's had to count 3-0 against Weber State in their previous series. Saxton went 3 for 11, scored a run, had 2 RBIs, a walk, a double. 3-0. 4-pitch walk to Chloe Saxton. We have the first base runner here in the Big Sky tournament. So 1 runner on for Anna Cockle, the Helena, Montana native. Cockle batted .304 in the regular season, .970 OPS, all Big Sky first team.
Yes.
And probably the deepest position in the entire conference. You have Anna Cockle, Maddie Mendoza, Cameron McDonald for Idaho State.
Yeah, Anna Cockhill, the only native Montanan on the team, so pretty cool to be able to represent your state and play at a Division I university.
Yeah, she gets
success.
I was in Missoula last weekend for the Big Sky Championship Series, the de facto championship series in the regular season. And the crowd pop for Anna Cockle every time was loud.
Yep, I believe it.
The local media reporters were big fans because they saw her in high school in the same area.
Yeah.
So 1-1 on Anna Cockle. Saxton stands on first, the 1-1. Driven into deep left field. And it is out of here. Anna Cockle leaves the ballpark, and it's 2-0 Grizz. Anna Cockle with her 10th home run of the season, team leading 10th home run of the season, as is presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. First home run of the Big Sky tournament belongs to Anna Cockle and the Montana Grizz, Taylor.
Yeah, Anna Cockle wasting no time here in a 1-1 count. Just gets a pitch that kind of leaks over the heart of the plate, and she does not miss. Puts the Grizz up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, uncharacteristically for the Grizz last weekend, did not hit a single home run at their home field. So, gotta feel good if you're Steph Ewing and the Grizz. Anna Cockle puts them ahead 2-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. As now Kaylee Mejia steps up. Freshman of the year this year in the Big Sky from Whittier, California. On the year, batting .410 and 1,000 OPS, leads the team in both those categories.
Let's get a look at that last swing right there by Anna Cockhill. Just annihilates it out into left field.
Called strike in the inside part of the plate. So 1-2 now on Kaylee Mejia.
The cool story about Kaylee Mejia is she actually did not start the season as a starter for the Grizz, but she's quickly become a huge contributor in the lineup, which ultimately led to her Big Sky Freshman of the Year award. She just played through in 22 games. This is her 23rd of the season.
Solis over to first for out number 2. So McCraw bounced back, gets Mejia to ground out. And there are 2 gone here for JoJo Christians, and all honorable mention in the, second team in the Big Sky.
Good pitch right there by McCraw, just able to kind of jam up Mejia a little bit and get a ground ball over to Solis. Like you said, good response from the senior in the circle.
I'm sure Montana fans, except for you, are probably sick of hearing about the turnaround Montana had. But last year I got called Montana game early in the year in the Orange and Black Classic. And, first year head coach, Steph Ewing. But you could tell she was setting a culture.
Oh, yeah.
And graduated quite a few seniors last year, brought in a ton of freshmen, a bunch of new blood, transferring Kara Sweet. And the program's really turned around. I talked to her yesterday. I said it really seemed like that Seattle series was the difference. That one's put in right field for out number 3. That'll retire the side, but not before Anna Cockhill puts the Grizz in front 2-0 with a home run into left field. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar right here on ESPN+. Wildcats 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. We 4-5-6 due up for the Wildcats here in the top of the second. Apollonia Maldonado leads things off, batting .346 on the year, .994 OPS. Leads the team in home runs with 8 and RBIs with 42. She fouls the first pitch off. Called strike on Maldonado. So quickly 0-2 on the Wildcat cleanup batter.
Yeah, it's going to be really important if Weber wants to make a run in this tournament to get Maldonado going. Like you said, leads the team in a couple offensive categories and really just has a lot of power.
Ground ball at third base. They're going to call it foul. It looked like it fluttered right over the bag.
Right over it.
Oh, they must have landed foul. Weber State wants a fair ball. Oh, no, Weber State's coach is telling her it was a foul ball. Apollonia wanted to stay on first base.
She wanted to stay on first base. It's a single, you know. Get another chance to swing it here.
So we'll do it again at 0-2. Pitch from Kara Sweet. Deep right field. Bukowski sets under it for out number 1 on the warning track.
You could tell Maldonado just missed that ball. Really good off the bat, let the ball get deep, but ultimately just not enough to get it out and record out number 1 here in the top of the second.
Kara Sweet attacking her, had her down 0-2 through back-to-back strikes in the zone. Wasn't messing around trying to get her to chase. So 1 gone. Now it'll be Emma Bingham. She takes the first pitch outside. Bingham batting .275 on the year, .818 OPS. Match from the left side. Second on the team home runs with 5. The 1-0 from Kara Sweet. Misses, despite Graviette trying to frame it in the zone. Bingham against Montana, though, was a different story. She went 4 for 8, scored a run, had 5 RBIs, including a home run. Her and Sadie Kirk really the 2 signs of life in that series. So this one's popped in the foul territory. It's going to leave the top of the third base dugout for a long. Strike number 1 on Bingham.
Yeah, like you said, Logan, kind of one of the bright sparks in that series against Montana, looking to get things going here and record the first hit of the day for Weber.
2-1 pitch. Misses. So 3-1 hitters count to Emma Bingham. Winner will play Idaho State in Game 3 this afternoon. This will be a walk to Emma Bingham, so the first base runner for the Wildcats. Comes here in the top of the second inning with one gone. So we one runner on for Tegan Smith, the senior DP, batting .301 on the year, .795 OPS. 9 of her 28 hits have gone for extra bases.
Yeah, both first base runners in this game coming via the walk, both for Montana and for Weber.
Sort of chase upstairs for swinging strike. This game on the docket will be followed by Sacramento State, the 3 seed, playing host to the 6 seed, Portland State. Winner of this game will play in game 3 today against Idaho State, the Big Sky regular season champions. Then the nightcap tonight will be Northern Colorado taking on the winner of that Sac State, Portland State matchup. Every game should most likely, at my guess at least, would be 30 minutes after each other. I know they have scheduled time, so I have a feeling schedules will get thrown out rather quick.
Rather quick.
1-1, Tegan Smith pops it out into foul territory, now to play. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Bingham remains on first.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the tournament is it's kind of like a reset, a new season for teams to get going, and you never know who really is going to be the hero of the week.
Almas is just outside. So 2-2 now to Smith.
Sweet there, trying to get Smith to expand the zone, go chasing a little bit, but Smith disciplined, able to work a 2-2 count.
2-2 grounded, foul to the left side. Sweet transfer from Sacred Heart. Her second year of collegiate ball. Newcomer of the year with Maddie Mendoza. Mendoza we'll see after this game, Sacramento State.
Another great pitch on the outer half. Must have just missed a little bit outside.
So the count runs full. Home plate umpire Trina Comerford. First base umpire Guillermo Villanueva, and third base umpire is Davis Nixick. A full count pitch, fouled away. Tegan Smith stays alive. It's more of a question mark behind the plate on really her Graviette's arm in a second. We'll see if Weber State's willing to test it. Bingham stands out first. She's 4 for 4 on stolen bases. Full count, 1 out, the pitch. She's on the move this time, but won't be needed. That's a walk to Tegan Smith. So 2 runners on, back-to-back walks for the Wildcats. Time called by Montana as they'll regroup. As Mariah Delgado will grab the bat.
That was a really nice bat right there by Tegan Smith. Really kind of fell down in a 1-2 count pretty early, but then worked herself back to get the walk. So 2 runners on now for the Wildcats here in the top of the second.
So 1 gone, 2 on. Down 2 early in this due to the Anna Conkhill 2-run home run in the bottom half of the first. Weber State, it's going to be a tough team to knock out of this tournament. They always are. Last year, the standings are a little more spread out. This year going into the last weekend, or actually into the last game. Montana wins that last game. They would not only be the 1 seed, to where they wouldn't play this game. They would have got to play game 3 today. And they would have got to host the tournament next year. And they would have got a trophy. But that didn't happen. Season. They lost. And so you're like, oh, they dropped down to 2. They still get a bye. No, they're the 4 seed now. This one, Bukowski sets under it for out number 2, tagging both runners. They're both in there. So Delgado moves Bingham and Smith over to scoring position for Siena Solis. But yeah, they drop to the 4 seed because Sacramento State and Northern Colorado, who were behind 2, ended up sweeping both their respective matchups against Weber State and Portland State. Well, the pinch runner.
Now pinch hitting number 19.
Or no, it'll be a pinch hitter. It'll be 19. So Riley Whalen will pinch hit here for Siena Solis. For Solis able to take an at bat. She gets pinch hit for it. Whalen ground ball, first pitch to Grace Lopez. And Montana escapes the jam. Weber State draws 2 walks, can't do anything with it, and the score remains Montana 2, Weber State, nothing. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Montana looking to add on to the lead. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar right here on ESPN+.
In the top of the second inning, the Wildcats scored no runs.
Here in the bottom of the second inning. Weber State able to get a couple runners on base. Weren't able to get any of them around to score. Pan holds on to the 2-0 lead on one hit. And a Conkill 2-run homer.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Kara Sweet in the top of the second just to get a one pitch out to Whalen and get out of the inning.
Called strike, and count 1-1 Bukowski. We've talked about some batters, especially as it became trendy kind of in the MLB, of the 3 true outcomes.
Yep.
Home run, double strikeout.
Yep.
Bukowski is like that, but mainly singles, home runs, strikeouts. She's had a great year, batting .312, 886 OPS.
Yeah,
5
second
home
on the
runs,
team.
11 doubles, 44 hits. With a strikeout rate at 36%. When she makes contact, she's finding
She's
green
good.
grass.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
2-1. Carr gets her to swing. We'll see if they expand her strike zone here. Kylie McCraw, very animated pitcher in the circle.
Yes.
Lots of emotion. Very, I'd say old school softball. I guess old school now. You're very similar. You showed a lot of emotion in
I
the
was
circle.
very,
Down off the plate. But I felt like when I watched a lot of older
very
softball
animated.
games where I was, every pitcher, it's a lot more talking
Yep.
at the yelling, getting excited after every pitch. And Kylie McCraw, it zoots that excitement.
Yes, exactly.
Tells she loves playing the game, and she wants to play another weekend as a senior. Called, third strike. McCraw gets her second strikeout of the game. There's one gone here in the bottom of the second.
And McCraw just does a really good job right here of going at Bukowski, and Maldonado frames it up on the outer half, and you can see here just a great pitch, possibly off the plate a little bit, but nonetheless called strike 3 by home plate umpire Trina Comerford. So out number 1 for the the Weber State Wildcat.
There you go. So Grayson Graviette, one of the big question marks, potential X factor in this game and the entire tournament. Madison Tarrant talked to Steph Ewing before the game. No, she wasn't in the lineup. Ruled out with a concussion. Sounds like she will not play in this 2026 Big Sky tournament. One of the heart and souls of this Montana program. Ground ball. Solis fires over to first for out number 2. So McCraw looking for a quick inning, get 2 quick outs, and there's 2 gone for Brianna Gutierrez, another freshman on this Montana Grizz team, batting 200 on the year, 602 OPS, has left the yard 4 times. Montana hits a lot of home runs, but they're a lot more. They're very spread out. A lot of players have 4. There's no one with, Anna Conkill finally first player to hit double-digit home runs of the year for Montana. Where we've seen a lot of other teams where they'll have. Sac State would be a good example. They have a couple batters, with 10, 13, and after that, it kind of sinks down to the 1s and 2s.
Yeah, definitely
Montana
a lot
goes,
of spread out.
from like 10 all the way to 5, but almost everyone in the lineup has at least 4.
I think one of the things that Steph Ewing's been able to do in her second season now with Montana is it seems like they've changed their approach at the plate a little bit more, and kind of speaking to that home run power, I think they're more aggressive and they swing at better pitches, and I think that's contributed to a lot of success they've seen so far.
McCraw on the 0-2 pitch, trying to get Gutierrez to expand her strike zone. Will be taken outside. So 1-2, 2 gone. McCraw getting the signs from the dugout, the pitch. Solis tracking it, calls off the center fielder for out number 3. So McCraw, quick 1-2-3 inning. Keeps the score right where it's at. Grizz 2, Wildcats nothing. We'll head to the top of third after the break. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+. Kara Sweet facing Sammy Gallegos. 8-9-1 due up for the Wildcats. First pitch swinging, and Cockhill makes the catch for out number 1. This game has maybe Idaho State likes to play long games, but this game seems to be just like
it's moving.
Flowing, yeah.
Yeah, just one hit between the two teams. We're already in the third inning, but both pitchers I feel like have really done a nice job of going at the opponent's hitters, and like you said, really just making them put the ball in play and making quick outs.
I meant 9-1-2 as a leadoff hitter. Jordan McMahon 0 for 1 in this game, struck out. Start things off this time. Second pitch over to Anna Cockhill. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Kara Sweet and Anna Cockhill and the Montana Grizz. So 2 pitches, 2 gone. Now it'll be Abby Grundy. Weber State still searching for the first hit. Had 2 walks in the previous inning by Bingham and Smith. They couldn't come around. Got both in the scoring position. Stranded. Now Abby Grundy, 0 for 1.
We like to call those one pitch outs gifts from the pitching gods.
Right. Call strike to Grundy.
But Kara Sweet just continuing to go at these Weber State hitters as they see her for a second time. It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments they make in the box as they look to get things going.
Misses for a ball. Just count 1-1. Yeah, there's a couple players in the Big Sky. McCraw, Grundy's another one of them. Other players, I'm like, oh, they're still around.
You're still around.
Like graduated last year.
Last season in the Big Sky and the Big Sky tournament.
Just shows how good they were early in their careers that I was able to.
Yeah, both of them, like you said, really have contributed to Weber State's success throughout their 4 years here and getting their last go here in Pocatello.
Right. Yeah, Coach House in her second year went to the tournament, won in her first season at the helm.
And won a game?
Head coach, and won a game, beat Binghamton in Eugene. That one misses. He's count 2-2 to Grundy. And Weber State's the blue blood, the standard really in the Big Sky. 6 regular season championships, and I believe 5 tournament championships. Ground ball over to third base, tosses over to first for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning, this time by Kara Sweet. Montana looks to pad the lead in the bottom of the third. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar on ESPN+.
Basketball fans, Starch Madness is back, returning to downtown Boise in Idaho Central Arena this March 7th to 11th.
Up with Montana and on to the NCAA tournament.
Experience Boise's vibrant downtown with walkable restaurants, hotels, and championship basketball. Make your travel plans today at visitboise.com or by scanning this QR code. March starts in Boise.
In the heart of Montana's untamed wilderness, a legend is brewing. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing, the official beer of the Big Sky Conference. Brewed with the rugged spirit of the West. Jeremiah Johnson is simply a world-class, straightforward, no-nonsense beer. Do well.
Wow, $1 million.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Itchery.
Didn't touch it. I was just using it as a drink tray.
Sir, I'm obligated to inform you that I have a yellow belt in the art of karate.
Yellow? What's your signature move? The fist of mild discomfort?
Try again.
The flinching dragon.
That's not a fake.
The flying side-eye?
We're getting warmer.
Pitching duel as we enter the bottom of the third here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. 2 runs on the board on just 1 hit. That by Anna Cocktail in the first inning to give Montana the 2-0 lead. McCraw 1-2-3 inning her last frame. Cara Sweet on Montana's had a couple 1-2-3 innings. We're moving along quickly here as Jessica Churms leads things off in the bottom of the third. Churms, a freshman, batting .280, 819 OPS. This is her 41st start of the year. 4 home runs on the year, 14 RBIs, and 12 walks. That one just misses, according to Trina Comer, for just a 3-0 count.
Yeah, both of these pitchers doing a really good job of just kind of trying to go at these hitters and make quick work of them, as, like you said, we're moving right along here in this game.
3-0 pitch. Misses. So 4-pitch walk for Churms, her 13th of the year. She'll go to first base. Leadoff base runner for the Grizz in the bottom of the third. For Grace Lopez. Lopez started the game for Montana with a strikeout, 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Last time Montana scored, it started with a walk, so another walk here to start off the third.
Playing somewhat in both corners, first and third. She will drop a bunt. It's going to be one hopper to McCraw, toss the first for the out. So 1 pitch. Grace Lopez gets the bunt down. Sacrifice. Moves Sherms over to second with 1 out.
Honestly, that's just a great job right there by Lopez. First pitch, just able to get the bunt down. And bunting is one of the things in the game of softball where it seems so easy in concept, but then when you go up in the box and do it, a lot of people do not find success. But right there, Lopez just able to get it down and move Sherms over into scoring position for Saxton.
Chloe Saxton now. Ground ball, Solis looks the runner back to second, and she is out. So 2 gone. Runner remains at second. Challenge is available here in the Big Sky Championships.
Yeah, really close play over there at first base, but looks like Montana is going to leave it as it is.
Ooh.
Really close over there at first base. But
well, Montana and Weber State both don't have challenge availability in their own home fields. So Anacocco home run her last time around. Looking to extend the Montana lead, has a runner in scoring position.
Seems when Callie McCraw has found a lot of success today is when she's been able to keep that ball in the zone, and I think on the home run that she gave up to Anna Cockhill, it just got elevated a little bit. So looking for her here to stay just kind of down in the zone, make her swing.
Just misses, so 2-0 now on Cockhill.
You can see Maldonado back there really trying to frame it up on the outer half.
And I have a feeling Montana's going to have replay review next year.
I feel like they have to.
I think every team should, but Montana had some calls last week. I think they want them returned.
Yep.
They're probably going to find the money for it now.
I honestly think replay is just something that we really needed to get into the game of softball.
And then you don't need to worry about.
Yes.
I mean, there were some calls last week where it's like momentum shifting calls.
Yes.
We've seen some momentum shifting calls in our games this year that have been overturned
yes.
due
very much
being bad calls. So 4-pitch walk to Anacocco. Puts her on first base. There'll be 2 runners on, 2 outs.
Well, I think
Kaylee Mejia.
with how fast the game is and how good the hitters are and how good the pitchers are, I think it's kind of, you have to have it. I feel like you said, it can really change the momentum of a game and maybe sway it one way or the other. But at the end of the day, I think you want to try to get the calls as close to right as you can. Yeah. So I think just having it has just been I know it's been huge here at Miller Ranch. So
yeah, and the umpires are typically 99% of the time. Very correct. So exactly. 2 on for Kaylee Mejia. 0 for 1 in this ball game. Looking to cash in on a pair of walks in the inning. First pitch, Swiggin sends it into left. And making the catch is Emma Bingham for out number 3. So despite the 2 walks, Montana can't play any runs. The score remains Grizz 2, Wildcats nothing. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships, presented by Jambar on ESPN+.
In the bottom of the 3rd inning, the Grizz score.
ESPN, now the home of MLB.TV. All out of market games, live or on demand, now all in one place. Blackouts still apply in out of market games. Cubs won again. The Cubs are good now, dude.
I was going to say, how are your Cubs?
It's crazy. They've started doing good.
I cannot say the same about my Giants, unfortunately. They've dropped a couple games where you're like, ooh.
Yeah, they just swept the D-backs. Pretty good. Series sweep.
So they're getting
yeah,
going.
They had a 10-game win streak, first time since 2016. The year they won the title.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Things are looking up. Called strike on Sadie Kirk here in the top of the 4th inning. Moving along here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Idaho State campus, the home of the 2026 Big Sky Championships. There's a called strike on Kirk.
Yeah, Kara Sweet, with the exception of the back-to-back walks, really just has done a nice job of going right at these Weber State hitters and really pounding the low part of the zone. They haven't really been able to get any good swings off of her so far.
Yeah, Kirk flew out to right fielder last time. Cockhill bobble, throw to first, not in time. First hit of the ball game for the Wildcats comes from Sadie Kirk to lead things off here in the 4th inning.
Nice job by Sadie Kirk right there just to kind of punch it into the 5-6 hole and make Montana defense do something. But that'll be the first hit, like you said, of the day for Weber State with no outs here in the inning.
So Apollonia Maldonado stepping in the batter's box, no outs. She also flew out to right field her last time. This time, first pitch swinging down the line. This will go for extra bases. Kirk going to third. They're going to hold her at third. Will be a double for Apollonia Maldonado. There's 2 runners in scoring position for the Wildcats to start things off here in the 4th. Looking to even things up.
I was just about to say Maldonado can change this game with one swing of the bat, and here she goes with just a double down the left field line and able to get herself and Sadie Kirk into scoring position. Just a nice piece of hitting right there.
Pinch runner Kaylin Quinney will go over to second base. Pinch running for Maldonado. Emma Bingham walked her last time around. We'll grab the bat here. Tying run on second base in the form of Kaylin Quinney off the double for Maldonado. 2 pitches in the inning, 2 hits. Kara Sweet had a 1-2-3 3rd inning and 1st inning. 2nd inning issued a pair of walks to Bingham and Smith. Bingham in the box right now. So no outs, 2 on. She's first pitch swinging. This will be in the infield, though. Cockill centers under it, makes the catch for out number 1.
That's a really good pitch right there by Kara Sweet. Obviously giving up back-to-back hits, but able to get Bingham out in front and underneath. And ball doesn't leave the infield, so runners have to stay put. And 1 out on the board for Montana.
So Tegan Smith, who's came in out of the DP role to play shortstop in this game. Out of the bat, she also walked, as I said, in last plate appearance. Blue State looking for their first hit with runners in scoring position now. 0 for 3. Runners in scoring position. 0 for 3 also with runners on base. Or excuse me, 1 for 4. They had the double with Kirk on first. Looking to break through here in the 4th. Nice pitch by Sweet. Gets Smith to swing and miss. It's going to be 1-1, 1 gone.
And that's the changeup right there that Kara Sweet can throw. And when she sells it like that, I think, honestly, it's a difference maker for her.
Field playing semi-in. This one is going to bloop. Down makes a catch to center field. Run will score. What a terrific catch by the center fielder, Jessica Cherms, for out number 2. Sadie Kirk will score, so it'll go down as a sacrifice fly for Tegan Smith. The score now 2-1.
What a catch out there by Jessica Terms. You can tell right off the bat, just good for read on the first step and ultimately able to lay out Superman style. Out number 2, but Weber State will get on the board here with the sac fly.
First pitch ball to Mariah Delgado. She flew out her last time around.
Man, I love defense. I love plays like that.
The 1-0 pitch. Just misses. Charles counts at 2-0. Sweet didn't like the call.
Seems to be that outside corner is just a little bit, I think, tighter today. There's been some really good pitches out there, but just outside, as Trisha Comerford said, a little too far.
There's a call strike. So 2-1 on Delgado. 2 outs in the inning, tying run, and Kaylin Quinney remains on second base. Run scored via the sac fly by Tegan Smith. So that one misses. So 3-1 now on Delgado. Hitters count. We'll see if Sweet gives her anything to hit here. As on deck is Riley Whalen. So it seems like Sienna Solis has officially been taken out of the ball game. Whalen now at the DP role. And we Tegan Smith, who's been playing the shortstop the last couple innings.
Yeah, we were wondering if we were going to get to see
Solis
Whalen.
did start the game.
Yep.
She, unfortunately, I don't think got a single ball at short and then didn't even that bat or plate appearance. So full count. Here's the pitch. This one's set into left field. It's going to get down. Quinney held at third. Delgado's going to advance to second. There'll be 2 runners in scoring position once again for Riley Whalen, who pinch hit in this spot. The last time Weber State had a couple runners score position in the second inning.
Nice job there by Delgado. Didn't really try to do too much, just put the ball in play and able to find some turf out there in the outfield. Able to move up into second on that play. So good opportunity here for Whalen.
Tying run 60 feet away. Leading run 120 feet away as a first pitch strike from Sweet to Riley Whalen. Whalen only saw 1 pitch her last time, grounded out to Grace Lopez over at second base. 3 hits in the inning for the Wildcats after being held hitless in the first 3. So 0-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Sweet looks to escape the jam. Pitch. Set into the gap. Now range back in the left field for JoJo Christians for the 3rd out. But not before Weber State scratches 1 across the plate. Cuts the score in half. It's now Montana 2, Wildcats 1. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+. Idaho, on the campus of Idaho State, hosts the 2026 Big Sky Championships presented by Jam Bar. And you know what? We'll be hosting again next year, Taylor.
Yep, let's
Idaho
go.
State won the regular season, giving them the right to host now in 2027.
And with the updates they've made to the venue here, I think this is a really good spot to host the tournament. The turf field.
For the seniors next year, they'll have played 3 and 4 years in Pocatello.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. First pitch to JoJo Christians. I'm sure some teams would be like, kind of cool to go to a different location.
Yep.
They got to go to Pocatello and Greeley over the last 4 years.
Yeah. At least the weather's nice this year.
Yeah.
Last year, the weather did not want to cooperate.
No, last year was,
tournament.
what, 2.5 games in 2 days?
It was crazy.
High pop-up over to right field. Making the catch is Sammy Gallegos for out number 1. So one gone from Kenzie Bukowski, strikeout victim, her last time. Holly McCraw, about 2 in the first, able to escape a little jam in the bottom half of the third. Mowed along here in the fourth. I figure we were saying to literally use her till her arm falls off.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely.
She's a senior.
Yep.
You want to play another weekend.
Yep.
Play another weekend. They're going to need a big performance out of Callie McCraw, just like they did last year.
When she's been such a key contributor on this pitching staff this whole season long, and like you said, last year as well, so.
Looks like someone was hit in the Montana dugout with that foul ball.
Oh, must have hit off the top screen.
Yeah, someone holding their head.
Hopefully they're okay.
So one gone.
But yeah, like you said, Logan really has settled in nicely here since that first inning.
Called strike, quickly 0-2 on Bukowski. Craw attacking.
When you have a pitcher, too, who likes to show a lot of energy and emotion, I feel like that can really hype up a team for sure. And so I think having her out on the mound is beneficial for Weber State in more ways than just pitching.
Right, and she's been in these moments. She's gotten to pitch in the tournament plenty of times, including last year. She's really used almost every game they played en route to winning the Big Sky title. The 1-2. Ground ball back to McCraw. Toss over Delgado for out number 2.
Well, then, like you said, pitched to the NCAA tournament as well, going to the Eugene Regional, winning a game there. So, like you said, a lot of good experience in the arm of Callie McCraw, and another great pitch right there. Just gets Bukowski out in front and able to get that one herself and record out number 2.
Yeah, I've talked about experience with a lot of these coaches because Idaho State obviously has been in these spots. They've lost multiple championship games in the last 4 years. The seniors this year have been in these spots, moments a lot, including this past weekend against Montana. Talked to Weber State about it, winning last year. Most of this team has reached the peak of the Big Sky.
Yep.
Northern Colorado, El Gonzalez and Miley Morales were out here reminiscing about their big home runs and hits in the Big Sky tournament here 2 years ago, as they went to back-to-back Big Sky titles. And then then Montana, I talked about it. And yeah, they might not be the most experienced team, but they kind of did get that experience last week. 3 games, pretty much, the de facto championship series for the regular season. This one's fouled away. And Ewing saying that experience was imperative because now they pretty much got to play 3 tournament games. They got to experience the highs and lows of big games. They experienced the high of 3-run comebacks, going 4 in the 7th inning to win game 1, to put them in a spot. And they experienced the lows of losing 2 games where they weren't necessarily very competitive.
Yep, exactly.
So they know now what to expect, trying to get their first Big Sky playoff win in a tournament since 2023 when they beat Portland State in Ogden. So 3-1 on Grayson Graviette. They have won a Big Sky title back in 2017. Yet to win a regular season crown. Walk for Grayson Graviette, puts her at first base.
And I think another thing, too, for this Grizz team is that they're so young, they don't really know any better. So they just kind of, like you said, got that experience. I think they have 3 or 4, I think they have 3 true upperclassmen. And so a lot of freshmen and sophomores kind of thrust into the spotlight here is, I think we may get a pinch runner.
I talked to Steph, I said it reminded me a lot of the Idaho State team that won their first regular season crown.
Yep.
Mainly freshmen, some upperclassmen that really propelled them to to not only win the Big Sky, but they swept Sacramento State to win that regular season crown. And then they got to the tournament, ended up losing the penultimate game to Northern Colorado. But that team, from the Iowa State team to where they're at now, that was their first year of, now what is it, regular season dynasty, 3 titles in 4 years, right? Montana wasn't able to get the regular season crown this year. They're 1 game away. But if they can keep this team intact and keep Steph Ewing in Missoula, it's going to be, I'd argue, preseason favorites next year.
Yep.
They're one of the favorites to win the tournament this year. They could very well go on a run, win 4 games, and get themselves to the NCAA tournament. So exciting things in Missoula, and it was incredible to see 800+ fans pack that facility and cheer on the Grizz, getting some more softball fans.
Yeah.
In a market with only 1 Division I team.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it hopefully grows the sport not only at the collegiate level fan-wise, but also high schoolers that want to play the game of softball. This one ripped deep left field, and out here, Brianna Gutierrez doubles their score. It's now 4-1. That home run presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Taylor, she ripped that ball.
Yeah, just another great swing of the bat. Was in another 1-1 count where she was just, you could tell she was hunting for that pitch inside and just turned on it as we get another look at that swing here. But like we mentioned earlier, I feel like Montana's just done such a great job of being more aggressive in the box and swinging at pitches that are pitchers' misses and capitalizing on them, because it's really easy to just let a ball like that go by. But Gutierrez not fooled, able to get 2 more runs on the board, and they respond back to Weber State, who had scored 1 in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, great job by Grayson Graviette to draw a walk, to get on first base. The spot start, we thought Tarrant coming in the day, he started out with a concussion. She reaches first. Gutierrez, one of the freshmen we've been talking about along with Graviette.
Yep.
And 200 on the year, but sends her 5th home run of the season. As this ball ripped into deep center field, and Jessica Charms has left the ballpark. Back to back, go the Grizz.
Jessica Charms, home run, back to back.
And that home run's presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casinos. Back to back, Taylor.
What a great swing of the bat right there by Jessica Charms. Honestly, a pitch just over the heart of the plate and just takes it out to straightaway center. And I feel like this is a part of the Grizz game where if they can continue to hit for power, hit the long ball, they're going to see a lot of success in the tournament here. As you see, just takes it right back from where it's pitched and puts it over the fence to give the Grizz a 5-1 lead.
3rd home run of the game will knock Callie McCraw out of this ball game. They'll have a new pitcher in the circle. It'll be Kendall Freidinger. We'll talk about her after the break. Montana leads 5-1. You're watching college softball on ESPN. This will be her 25th appearance through 89 innings pitched. She has 38 strikeouts to 30 walks. Back-to-back home runs by Montana, extending the lead to 5-1, thanks to Crevier walk, a home run by Brianna Gutierrez, and now Jessica Cherms. 7-8-9 with 2 outs. Taylor scoring 3 runs.
I feel like when you can get that production from 1 through 9 in the lineup, you're in a really good spot to win a lot of ball games. It's that you're having everybody contribute and not just relying on those hitters at the top of the lineup.
Now some breathing room for the Grizz, as this one's sent deep left and found by Grace Lopez. Lopez 0 for 1. Walk or had a sacrifice bunt her last time.
Kendall Freidinger coming into the game for Weber State. The freshman right-handed pitcher loves to throw the curveball. Throws it about 59% of the time. Does have a screw and a rise that she'll throw as well, and has a 37% chase rate on the rise ball. So if she's able to locate it in the zone and get hitters to swing, I think she'll see a lot of success.
As we look at some of these home runs, Gutierrez, this ball was
launched. Launched.
Then home run by Cherms as well. So 2-1 on Grace Lopez, pitched by Freidinger. High fly ball. Smith calls for it. She'll make the catch for out number 3. But not before back-to-back home runs put 3 on the board for the Grizz. Montana leads 5-1. So you watch another one of the pop out by Lopez. You're watching the Big Sky Softball Championship is presented by Jambar right here on ESPN+.
As the sun rises over the Rocky Mountains on a new era, we stand on a foundation etched in stone. Built on the backs of legends, All-Americans, and national champions, we've made our mark not only in the West, but across the nation and the globe. Through perseverance and commitment to a world-class student-athlete experience, we've set ourselves apart from our peers as an untraveled road lies ahead. We are the Big Sky Conference, where experience is elevated.
The challenges of college are easier to overcome when you're embraced by community. Surrounded by beauty. Inspired by quality. And empowered by opportunity. It's all here at Weber State. Find your brilliance.
Top of the 5th inning, Montana scoring 3 in the bottom half of the 4th to extend their lead to 4. First pitch swinging, Sammy Gallegos pops into center field. Making the catch is Jessica Cherms for out number 1. Both teams have 3 hits apiece, so big difference. So all 3 hits for Montana, all leaving the ballpark. A couple walks in front of those, giving them 5 runs. Weber State's 3 hits all came the top half of the 4th. Now their 3rd time through the lineup with Jordan McMahon. 1 out. Shield first pitch. It's caught by Grace Lopez. So once again, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Gary Sweet's loving this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Talk about efficiency to the max. Holy moly. And I think when your team puts up a 3 spot and you respond back to giving up a run, this is what you want to see when you go back out if you're Montana. Just especially with getting Jordan McMahon and leaving her out off the bases, especially because she's so much of the speed and the running game for Weber State. And like you said, just 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Called strike down the middle to Abby Grundy. She flew out to left field, rounded out the shortstop. Her 2 at-bats this morning. It's fun saying this morning. Usually it's this afternoon.
I know.
We don't really get much this night.
We might have it tonight.
Yeah. I don't know
kind of, sort-of-ish.
When the sunset will be. But no lights here at Miller Ranch. So all 4 games having to be played during the day. I believe, 2 years ago, wasn't it the 4th game ended up getting...
Yes, the first day we didn't play.
Yeah, we had to finish the 4th game on the 2nd day.
Because of weather again. This year, beautiful.
Yeah, that's right.
Sun is shining, turf makes a huge difference, obviously, as well.
0-2, 2 outs. Fly ball. It's going to be another 1-2-3 inning as Bukowski makes the catch for Kara Sweet. So the score stays right where it's at. Weber State 1, Montana 5 Montana will look to add on to their lead in the bottom half of the fifth. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN Plus. To one. Freidinger in the circle. Chloe Saxton, the lone senior. Got to attend to Chloe Saxton Day in Missoula.
Yeah, Chloe Saxton.
It is fun when it's one senior, which is these call that day.
Yes.
Get her parents throughout the first pitch.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's nice. The players made a tunnel with their bats for her to run down.
And let her go. Just like the soccer when you play youth soccer.
Yeah.
All the parents.
So 1-1 to Chloe Saxton.
Well, it's cool because she's gotten to see the growth of this Montana program throughout all 4 years of her time there, really.
Yeah, she was the only player on this year's team that was a part of the last tournament win for Montana. It came her freshman year in 2023 in Ogden when they took down Portland State. Looking to do the same thing. They'll be 6 outs away from pulling that off, or I guess 4 runs away. That one misses. 2-2. The pace of this game has been
super
moving.
quick.
We're about an hour in, and we're through 4.5 innings. It is 63 degrees and sunny. We started this game at 48 degrees.
It's heating up.
Yeah, we're supposed to get up to about 70 by the end of the day. 2-2. Came in wearing a hoodie, probably end wearing a short sleeve polo.
Yeah, I had to go to the car and get my other jacket because it was so cold, and then I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to put on shorts by the time the third game rolls around. But Kendall Freidinger looking to keep the score right where it's at and give Weber a chance to swing it in the top of the 6th.
That one fouled away. Four games today. The big one.
Yeah, the marathon.
On a Monday, too. All the softball tournaments this week.
Yeah.
So looking at all the brackets that were coming out.
There's going to be some really good games, not just here, but I think across the country as well.
It's going to be a big week. 2-2. That one fouled away. The Big Sky, always a fun tournament. All 6 teams make it. Every team, double elimination. And it's always very competitive.
Well, I feel like this year, this is really like the first time in at least the years that I've been here, it's been just like anybody could win. Anybody could take it. There's not really a, team I think that's out of it. So.
That one just misses. Count goes full on Saxton. Yeah, we've seen, only seeds we haven't seen win this tournament are the 4 and the 6 seeds. We've seen 1 5 seed pulled off. I believe it was Portland State. We've seen a handful of 1, 2, and 3 win it. Montana trying to change that narrative, be the first 4 seed to pull it out. This one's going to go into the gap. It's actually going to leave the field. 4th hit of the day for Montana. All 4 leaving the ballpark. And it's now 6-1, Grizz. That home run presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. I think Northern Quest is loving the Montana Grizz bats.
Absolutely. Just another great swing of the bat by the senior Saxon, and she fought off a lot of pitches to get there. On the 9th pitch of her at bat, just lets the ball get deep and takes it the other way to leave the yard. This one was kind of more of a line drive. Wasn't sure it was going to really,
Yeah, I thought it was going to one-hop the wall, and that one just kept carrying.
Just kept carrying and puts Montana Grizz in a good spot. Now they're up 6-1 here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's right, 6-1. Called strike on Anna Conco. Pretty good day if all 4 of your hits have been home runs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's also why, like you said, the game's been moving so quickly is Montana's been scoring, but the way they've been scoring has been via the long ball. So it makes it easy, quick trips around. And then Weber State obviously strung a couple hits together with a sac fly. But when you're leaving the yard, it makes it pretty easy to have the runs add up.
So 1-1 count now on Anaconco. Freidinger looking to preserve the score at 6-1, give her team a chance down to their last 6 outs. Loser of this game will play tomorrow morning. This ball is crushed. Anaconco's second home run of the tournament on the top of the berm, and it's now 7-1. All 5 hits for Montana have all been home runs.
Another home run for Anaconco.
That home run presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
Well, I was just going to say, Conkill had the first home run of the day for Montana, and here now she'll record the 5th home run of the game, 2nd of her day. Just, you could tell right off the bat that ball was annihilated into center field, and like you said, going up the berm, which that berm, sometimes it's hard to get the ball up there.
It's rare you see dead center berm.
So another back-to-back set of home runs for Montana.
Yeah. Mill Ranch is a hitter's ballpark.
Oh,
I mean, high elevation here. Fence, it's only 200 to left and right, 220 to center. But a sunny day, no wind.
No wind.
Montana is just annihilating the ball. This one stays in the yard. Sadie Kirk will retrieve it for out number 1. So Montana 2 runs away from ending things early here. One gone for number 12, JoJo Christians, all Big Sky honoree, batting .297 on the season.
I'm sure they'd love to end things early here, as that was a great pitch by Freidinger just to get Mejia underneath a little bit. But if you end the game early, you save your pitchers.
Right.
On both sides.
Winner of this game will play Game 3 of the day against Idaho State. Montana would love a rematch with the Bengals.
Absolutely. I got to finish taking care of business here and then move on to the next.
So 1-0 on Christians. Freidinger came in the last inning, was able to get that 3rd out. This one, left field, first hit of the day that hasn't left the yard for Montana. Comes from JoJo Christians as she deposits a single into left field.
Christians on this pitch here gets jammed up a little bit on the inner half, but strong enough just to hit it out to left field. And like you said, record the first single of the day for Montana and keep the inning going here for Bukowski.
Mackenzie Bukowski representing the winning run now. Freidinger in the circle, getting her sign from the dugout. Bukowski's 0 for 2 in this game.
Does have the ability to leave the yard as well.
Struck out her first at bat, and then the 4th inning grounded out. Pitching coach for Weber State will go talk to the infield.
I think this is good here just to send her out to kind of calm Freidinger down a little bit and kind of reset and refocus on what you're trying to do.
Addie Jensen out there. Some motivational words to her battery. So they're looking to remain in this ball game. Montana coaching staff doing likewise to Mackenzie Bukowski.
I'm sure they'd love to end things early here with one swing of the bat.
Give you some momentum going into their next game.
Yeah, a little extra time to relax, cool off, all the things.
So 2-0 now. on Mikowski. On deck, it's Grayson Graviette. After that, if they're able to extend the inning, will be Brianna Gutierrez. Hit a home run her last time. Yeah, 7, 8, 9. You had Gravia walk. Gutierrez home run. Sherms home run. Grace Lopez retired. Saxton home run. Cockhill home run. Mejia out, and then Christian single. So this is a great 1 through 9. If Pekovsky can do something here, it would be a cement. Well, she'll walk. So.
4 straight pitches, just not really competitive, close to the zone. Didn't really have to swing the bat and finds herself on first base.
7 of the last 9. Montana batters have reached base. We're going to get another pitching change. It will be, see, we get a number before we head to break. We'll see. Get you an ID here.
I think it's number 9.
It is number 9. So after the break, we'll give you the breakdown of Reina Navarro. You're watching the Big Sky Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jam Bar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jam Bar, the official energy bar of the Big Sky Conference.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number, but when one is a collection of many, one can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for 85 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same: to elevate the highest levels of preventive care and overall wellness, one member at a time. Always keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
Reina Navarro in the circle. Looking to get 2 more outs to continue this ball game on the season. Navarro has a 7.81 ERA, 1-11 win-loss record. This is her 21st appearance, 57 1/3 innings pitched, with 16 strikeouts and 35 walks. First pitch ball to Grayson Graviette, walked her last time around.
Navarro, the right-handed sophomore, going to come in, going to throw a screw curve rise combo, working side to side and a little bit of up. Mostly likes to throw away to lefties.
Ground ball, nice stop by Smith, throws to third. Hits the runner in the back of the ankle. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Graviette. She'll reach first base, and it'll be bases loaded of Grizzlies for Brianna Gutierrez, who left the field in about 1.2 seconds her last time she swung the bat.
Annihilated down the line.
So see what that's ruled. It could go down, I guess, as a hit.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
It was, I think I would give it a hit, actually. Shortstop had to make a dive just to keep that
just
in play.
to keep it in there. I think she would have beat it out at first base if she did make a throw over there.
That one misses. Serena Navarro put in a tough spot. Winning run now for Montana at second base. Bases full. Now she faces Gutierrez, who left the ballpark her last time. What do you do here if you're Reina?
I think you just got to really trust your spin, trust your stuff, and really just try to go at these Montana hitters, obviously, with Gutierrez having the power, the ability to leave the ballpark. But I think, like I said, you just got to trust your stuff and trust your location and really, I think, pour into your defense and really just try to get outs here when you can.
One set into foul territory. Making the catch is Smith for out number 2. So big out there by Reina Navarro. Bases remain loaded. Winning runner remains at second base.
did a good job there, just kind of jamming up Gutierrez, and I think that just is, again, trusting the spin, trusting your defense right there. Smith able to run over and secure out number 2, so Weber State 1 out away from getting another opportunity here to score some runs.
So Jessica Terms now also had a home run her last time at the plate. He's a first pitch strike from Reina Navarro.
Yeah, her swing also was crushed and just got out immediately off the bat.
So the ruling on Graviette will be a fielder's choice.
Okay.
That one misses, so 1-1 now on Terms. Stick around after the ball game. We'll interview the head coach of the winning team, plus maybe a player for lucky.
If we're lucky. Hopefully they'll, you know, entertain us a little bit.
That one misses. So 2-1 to Terms.
Terms also not only has a home run in this game, but also made that incredible diving play in center field. Obviously, Sadie Kirk ended up scoring, but able to secure that out, and just a great play out in center field.
2-1 pitch. 3-1. So a dangerous count to the 9-hole batter. Navarro looking for one more out. Do her job out of the bullpen. Preserve the score right where it's at. Terms looks to end things with the ball in the outfield. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. So the count runs full. Bukowski will have a head start at second base.
Man, what a pitch right there by Navarro. That was just straight challenge up to Terms, and ultimately gets her to swing and miss. But like you said, runners will be on the move here with 3-2 count, 2 outs.
Full count, 2 outs. Pitch from Navarro. Swing and a miss. We'll play a 6th inning. Reina Navarro and the Wildcats escape the jam here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll head to the top of 6 after the break. You're watching Collegiate Softball on ESPN+.
In the bottom of the 5th inning, the Grizz scored 2 runs, but 3.
Here at the top of the 6th inning, it is Kiana Kong on the season. 6.14 ERA. It's their 30th appearance. Mainly used in relief through 76 in the 3rd innings. Has 37 strikeouts to 24 walks. Taylor.
Yeah, loves to throw a drop ball down in the zone and can move side to side with a screw curve, does have a changeup, and she has a 30% overall chase rate, so really likes to expand the zone after she gets ahead on hitters. But I would look to see a lot of down in the zone from Kong, trying to get ground balls and let this Montana defense work.
Yeah, against the Wildcats in their series, she went 6 in the 3rd innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them being earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Sadie Kirk in the box today is 1 for 2, scored her last time around.
Yeah, the only Wildcat to score today in this first ball game.
Yep. Yeah, they made it close. It was 2-1 at one point. Montana able to score 3 after escaping the jam in the 4th inning. to extend their lead. This one sent in the deep left field. Ranging backs left fielder, and Sadie Kirk's left the yard. Brings the score within 5.
Home run.
Sadie Kirk's second home run of the year. Brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
Just gets a good pitch over the heart of the plate and really just turns on it and drives it out of the ballpark and able to score the second run of the day for Weber State.
Was it our 6th home run we've seen today?
I think so. One from Weber State, and then Montana has
5, right?
5,
yeah.
Yep. Home runs go, and it's only game 1, Logan.
Yeah, it really, yeah. We're only in the first game. Yeah, I think I set my over under 35 over 10 games.
Oh yeah,
Which seemed kind of crazy.
Yep.
That might be low. We're on pace for about 60 in this tournament.
Say, with the way that some of these teams can swing the bat and some of these hitters, how strong they are, and it being a hitter's ballpark, good recipe to leave the yard.
So 7-2 the score. Grizz still lead. Evelina Maldonado, ground ball, foul. She had a double her last time around. Mere feet away from leaving the ballpark, her first out. It's also rare. Usually we have wind. This is maybe the first game we've had all year without really any semblance of wind.
Well, and when we showed up this morning, it was windy.
Yeah, it was.
And now the flag is not in flying.
Did she go around? No. According to first base umpire Guillermo Villanueva. So 1-2 now on Apollonia Maldonado. It's Kong looking for her first out here in her relief outing. It's Maldonado to swing and miss for a strikeout. There's one gone here in the 6th. There's the chase rate you're talking about, Taylor.
Yeah, I think she went with a curve on that pitch and just gets Maldonado to chase out of the zone. Really good response by Kong in the circle, as you see there. Just expands it and catches her swinging for out number 1.
So Emma Bingham now grabbing the bat. She's walked and flown out, 0 for 1 on the day in her 2 plate appearances. Kong, a junior, transfer from Western Washington via Iwa Beach, Hawaii.
Yeah, saw a lot of success at Western Washington as well, and I know Steph Ewing, I think, was excited to get her to come on her staff, and she's really been able to make a huge difference for them.
So 0-1 on Emma Bingham. Bingham looking to help the Wildcats get back into this ball game. Swings through that one to go down the count 0-2. Sadie Kirk scoring both runs for Weber State. One via the single, came around and scored via the sac fly. Her second time she scored, well, she did the easier way.
Yeah, she's like, let me jog around the bases real quick.
0-2 pitch. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And Kong gets back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the 6th.
So after giving up the leadoff home run to Sadie Kirk, Kong really able to settle in here nicely and just go right at these Weber State hitters. You see here, just goes down in the zone with that drop ball, and it just has such great movement down in the zone, really hard to lay off as a hitter.
So Tegan Smith had a walk and a sac fly. Now we'll deposit a single into center field. So 1 for 1 now on the day for Tegan Smith. Keeps the inning alive for the Wildcats. Will be a runner on first base for Mariah Delgado, looking to chip into this deficit. Down 5 with 4 outs remaining.
Delgado singled her last time up to the plate, so love to string a couple hits together here for the Wildcats and try to answer back and cut into this Montana lead.
First pitch strike to Delgado. 1 for 2 in this game. Flew out to right field her first time. Single her last time around. So 0-1, 2 outs. Kayana, Kong looking to get out of this. Just misses, evens the count 1-1. Well, game 2 about 30 minutes after this one. It'll be between Sacramento State, the Big Sky Player of the Year, Lafu Malipeai.
Yes.
Taking on Portland State. That could be a fun matchup.
Oh,
Serena
yes.
Koa-Chung,
Yes.
I'd assume. I don't I don't know. I don't have the information.
I'm in the same boat as you.
I assume she's going to start.
High strikeout
pitcher. Maddie Mendoza, left Malpea.
Madison Evers-Lyles.
Saskia Robb. It's going to be a fun
It's going to be a good matchup.
2-1 to Delgado. Fouls it away. So 2-2, 2 outs, 1 runner on, 1 run home for Weber State here in the top of the 6th.
Kong 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning here and letting the bats from Montana go back to work.
The 2-2. Fouled away. Delgado stays alive.
I think one positive thing if you're Weber State is you have had some hitters put together some really good at-bats. Seen a lot of pitches, really gotten deep in counts, and
I mean, 2 runs, 5 hits in a tournament game isn't, you know, the worst.
Yep. Like we said, the only difference is Montana's in left
They got the bases loaded. They were close multiple times of playing a couple more of those. Swing and a miss. Kong strikes out 3 batters in the inning, but not before Weber State scores again, this time via the home run by Sadie Kirk. The score now, Montana 7, Weber State 2. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th after the break. You're watching the Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+. Navarro in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 5-run lead. First pitch, Grace Lopez swings and hits it foul down the left field line. Lopez 0 for 2 in this game, looking to record her first hit. 0 for 2, did have a sac bunt, her second plate appearance. It'll be Lopez, then Saxon and Cockhill, the latter 2 hitting home runs the previous inning. So 1 on Lopez. Navarro getting her sign. Sets and fires. This is down for a ball. You can count 1-1.
Yeah, last inning to end the inning, Navarro came up with a huge strikeout against Terms after going down 3-1. So looking to continue to just go at Montana right here. And
crushed into deep left. Does it stay fair? No. Here's Lopez trying to join the home run party.
She's on it too. She's
3 of them
on
this
it.
season.
You can see it. She's walking back to the plate, just kind of smiling. And
14 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. Stands at just 5 feet tall. A lot of power. That frame.
She's been really good at the top of the lineup for Montana. Just a really good leadoff spark. And like you said, not super tall, but a lot of power. Very strong.
That one misses. Needs to count 2-2. And Ray Navarro stands listed at 5'3". So we got 5'3" versus 5 foot. I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
A little different than the like SEC behemoths.
Yes.
6'4" Pickens versus 6'1" Kendall Wells. Grounded left side of the field. Abby Grundy toss over to Delgado for out number 1. So 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Nice job right there by Abby Grundy just to get a glove on that ball, and easy toss over to first base for out number 1.
So Grace Lopez, or not Grace Lopez, what am I saying? Chloe Saxton, I should say, hit a home run on her 9th pitch of her previous at-bat.
Oh yeah, a shot, it was a beauty.
This time taking on Reina Navarro. First pitch. Fouled away. Saxton out of Seattle, Washington with this Holy Names Academy.
Again, the lone senior on this Montana squad.
The only player on the roster to experience Montana's last Big Sky tournament victory in 2023. They're 3 outs away, or 3 runs away from accomplishing that feat. Longest drought in the Big Sky in terms of tournament wins. They have won the tournament back in 2017. The only team not to win the conference tournament in the Big Sky history since, I believe, 2013 is Idaho State, who has won 6 regular season titles. Montana is the lone team not to win a regular season championship in the 13 or 14-year history of Big Sky, or the new era of Big Sky softball. Had a chance, two chances, went up 1-0 in the series against Idaho State, dropped games 2 and 3. They're 3 outs away from taking on Idaho State once again. Pop fly over to left field. And making the catch is Emma Bingham for out number 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say both teams haven't had an opportunity to complete that feat. The other one, in Idaho State, has an opportunity to do that here. So
yeah, it should be a fun match. I have a feeling Montana-Idaho State is a rivalry we'll see be formed the next ensuing years, with both teams' success, especially the Sac State leaving the conference after this tournament.
Yep.
Anacostia with 2 outs, has 2 home runs on the afternoon. Takes the first pitch ball. Her other plate appearance, she walked.
2 for 2 on the day with a walk, and leaving the yard twice is not a bad way to start the tournament.
Right. Montana's still 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They just hit all their hits just came with runners on first base. This ball crushed into deep left. Will it stay fair? No.
Oh, what a good swing of the bat by Anna Cockhill.
Yeah, they had a chance with runners in position to end the game previous inning, but like you said, Reina Navarro, great job challenging Jessica Churms, some pitches in the zone to escape that inning. So 1-1, 2 outs, pitch from Navarro. So 2-1 now.
And Navarro here trying to work a 1-2-3 and give Weber State a last opportunity in the 7th inning to make something happen.
And Cockhill went 2 for 7 her previous series against Weber State. So already has many hits in this game as she did in the entire series against Weber State. She did walk twice and was hit by a pitch. Scored 4 times in that series.
Good hitters count right here for Cockhill in 3-1.
Deep center. Is this number 3? It is! 3rd home run of the ball game for Anna Cockhill.
Home run for Anna Cockhill. Her 3rd of the game.
Another home run presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. 3 home runs in the game, Taylor.
Talk about making a statement in your first game of the tournament. Anna Cockhill leaving the yard 3 times. 2 of them going out to straightaway center. And again, you could just tell off the bat that ball was crushed. It was gone. So have yourself a day, Anna Cockhill.
Yeah. And she's still got another game.
Yes, yes.
3 outs away from another game to play.
If this is what she's on pace for the tournament, holy moly.
Yeah, she had 9 home runs coming into this tournament. Make that now 12 on the season. So Kaylee Mejia looks to add on. Now ahead 8-2, takes the first pitch down for a ball.
Man, if Montana can have a good swing in Cockhill and get production 1 through 9 in the lineup, they're going to be in pretty good position to make a good run in this tournament for sure.
Lined into left field for a base hit. Mejia gets her first hit of the ball game. Now the winning run will step to the plate in the form of JoJo Christians.
Not a bad pitch right here by Navarro, but Mejia just strong enough to barrel it up and get it out into left field. We've seen that happen a couple times with some of these Montana hitters where the pitch gets a little bit in on them, but they're just so strong and able just to hit it out into left field and get themselves a single.
I think it's rare to just put someone on a tournament team after just one game. But Anna Cockle just locked her spot up for a spot on the tournament team.
I'm going to agree with you there.
First pitch strike to JoJo Christians. Got 3 home runs and a walk in game 1.
Yeah, and played really good at shortstop.
Yeah,
had a really good game at shortstop.
At short. So 0-1 on Christians. 1 runner on, 2 outs. That one's inside. You just count 1-1.
Well, and hitting is contagious too. Like when you have a team with a batter like Anna Cockhill, and she's putting the ball out of the yard, the other hitters are like, okay, like let's see what I can do. I can do that too. And then that's 6 home runs on the day for Montana.
Grundy over Delgado for out number 3, but not before Anna Cockhill with her 3rd home run of the morning extends Montana's lead back to 6. At score now, Grizz 8, Wildcats 2. Weber State will be down to their final 3 outs after break.
The Grizz scored 1 run with
final 3 outs. Kayana Chung. We get 3 more outs. Advance to play game 3 later this afternoon. Anna Cockhill over to first, not in time. So we lead off single for Riley Whalen. Weber State looking to rally here. Now we Sammy Gallegos, the 9-hole batter.
Just a nice job right there of Riley Whalen just jumping on a pitch and with the speed coming out of the left side of the box, just able to beat it out for a base hit and give Weber State a leadoff runner here in the top of the 7th.
So 1 runner on, no outs for Sammy Gallegos. First pitch. Called strike.
Gallegos also 0 for 2 on the day, so she'd love to get something going here and try to carry a little momentum into the next game.
That loser will play the first game tomorrow morning. Day 2 of the Big Sky Championships. Sending to center field, ranging back and over the glove of Jessica Cherms will be a double for Sammy Gallegos, advancing the Whale into 3rd. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Wildcats to start things off here in the 7th, and that'll be top of the order with all Big Sky Jordan McMahon stepping to the plate.
What a swing of the bat right there by Sammy Gallegos. Again, 0 for 2 on the day, and just gets a pitch that she unleashes on and just hits it over the head of Jessica Churms in center field. And Weber State in business here with 2 runners in scoring position. And like you said, Jordan McMahon coming to the plate, who's a rare 0 for 3 on the day.
So 2 runners in scoring position for McMahon. 0 for 3 on the day. Big time for her first hit. First pitch from Kong. Taken for a ball.
I think if you're in the circle right now here in Kiana Kong, you just really have to continue to trust your pitches and get outs and just try to feed the defense as much as you can.
Kiana gets her sign, sets, fires. Swing and a miss. So 1-1 now in McMahon, batting .399 coming into this game with a .900 OPS. 73 hits leading the team, including 5 triples, which also leads the team.
Yeah, a lot of speed in the box right here.
Trying to pull one in play, the 1-1. Drops for a ball.
She definitely has a lot of room down the right field line, so if she's able to kind of hook it down that way, we might see one of those those triples that she's got on the year.
Pitch from Kong. Called strike. So 2-2 now to McMahon. Still no outs in the inning. 2 runners on. A single and a double to start things off here in the top half of the 7th. Kong looking for 3 more outs. The 2-2. Off McMahon's foot and foul.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Logan, back-to-back hits to start off the inning. Just the second time today that Weber State has had back-to-back hits in an inning, so Montana pitching staff's been able to do a good job of not letting them really string anything together.
Do it again at 2-2. Kong gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Misses.
Man, what a pitch on the outer half by Kong, and credit to Graviete back there behind the plate, but must have been just a little bit outside.
Full count. Foul. Man stays alive.
Again,
battle here.
I was going to say, again, another at bat where Weber State's really made Kong throw some pitches and really shown some fight in the batter's box.
Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Kong gets McMahon swinging for the first out here in the 7th inning.
Man, what a pitch by the junior Kong, just going in on the hands of Jordan McMahon. She had been working her outside most of her at bat, but there's that drop ball that just falls off the table and gets McMahon swinging to record an out number 1.
So 1 gone for Abby Grundy. Senior for a big hit. First 2 runners reached. Batters reached. First pitch strike from Kong. Montana 2 outs away from their first Big Sky tournament win since 2023. Over to shortstop. Cockhill ranges over to first, and she is safe. So Abby Grundy infield single scores Whalen, and it's now 8-3.
Just a pitch that's kind of hit off the end of the bat, but hit slow enough that Grundy was able to get down the line and record herself an infield single. As Anna Cockhill really did all she could to make a play on that ball, got rid of it quick, but Grundy with just too much speed going down the line. A nice little slide by Whalen at home plate.
So 8-3 the score. Steph Ewing talking to the umpire over at first base. Looks like there's a challenge. So it'll be Sadie Kirk, left the yard her last time around. 2 for 3 on the day. Flew out, then a single, and then a home run. Score now 8-3. One gone.
Well, if you're Montana here, you do have options to get outs around the bases. So you've got force at every bag except for home. So if Kong can do some weak contact, there's multiple ways that the Grizz can get outs.
First pitch misses to Sadie Kirk.
And then on the flip side, if you're Weber State, you just want to keep passing the bat.
All right.
Trying to get more Wildcats up to the plate. Make Kong throw some more pitches.
1-0 pitch. 2-0. I don't think Kirk can be considered swinging at that.
No, she knew it was a ball out of the hand, I think.
She didn't even
she didn't even move it.
Yeah. She stood in there for a ball. So 2-0.
When Kirk was the first batter that Kong saw when she came into the game, and she took her yard, so she's probably trying to be a little careful with Kirk up at the plate right now.
There's a strike. So 2-1 now on Kirk.
With one swing of the bat, this game gets a whole lot closer than it initially started at this inning. So
it started off as kind of a pitcher's duel, and now it's been all offense the last 3.5 innings. Beautiful pitch, drops in for a strike.
Went to the changeup there, and it kind of just floated in, and that's really only the first or second changeup we've seen from Kong, but like you said, that was a beauty right on the outer half.
So 2-2, one gone, 2 runners on base.
Just pulls the string, beautiful.
Kong gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Defensive swing by Kirk, stays alive. Time call by Graviette.
Yeah, that was a good job by Kirk to foul off that ball. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know how she got her hands to that, but that's just what good athletes and good hitters do. So Graviette just going to go out into the circle and have a quick chat with Kong.
So we'll do it again. 2-2, 1 out, 2 on. Pitch. Sent over to Cockhill, over to third. Not in time. Infield single for Sadie Kirk. The bases are now loaded. Tying run now on deck. Apollonia Maldonado will step up to the batter's box.
You can see Weber State just continuing to put the ball in play and making things happen. And another great play by Anna Cockhill, but too much speed over there in Gallegos as she's able to slide in. So like you said, bases are going to be loaded for Weber State, and again, another one swing of the bat makes this a whole different ball game.
So Steph Ewing, go talk to her infield. Out at any base now.
Well, the thing about this inning too is if you're Kong, you're not really giving up solid, hard contact, but they're just, Weber State's just able to kind of put some in some places where they're able to beat it out and use that speed they have in that lineup.
Weber State's now tied Montana in terms of hits in the ball game with 8 apiece now. Only issue is Montana had 6 of those hits leave the fence.
Yep.
So bases loaded for Apollonia Maldonado. 1 for 3 in the game with a double. Struck out her first time facing Kong Chong. First pitch from Kong. Fouled off Graviette.
Yeah, like you said, in Maldonado's last at bat, Kong was able to get her on 4 pitches after giving up the home run to Sadie Kirk. So I'm sure here she's looking to go right at Maldonado. The thing about a hitter like Maldonado is you have to be pretty careful about where you're pitching those pitches because she has the ability to leave the yard too. Leads the team in home runs and RBIs. So again,
Bases full of Wildcats. 0-1 on Apollonia Maldonado. Kong gets her sign. Pitch. Ground ball back to Kong. Throws to home. No play at first. With the lead runner, bases will remain loaded with 2 outs now for Emma Bingham.
so Kong ultimately does get to make that pitch, and again with the drop ball, just gets a ground ball right back to herself, able to get out number 2 at the plate and keep Weber State from scoring.
Ingham looking to extend this game. Bases remain loaded. 2 outs. First pitch. Ground ball over to Cockhill. Toss over to first. And the Grizzlies win it. Final score 8-3. First win for Montana in the Big Sky tournament since 2023. That game was played in Ogden, Utah. Montana advances. They'll play Idaho State later today in game 3 of the tournament. Weber State, with that loss, they'll regroup and play tomorrow morning in the losers bracket game. Well,
man, what a game number 1.
Yeah, after the break, I'll be hopefully interviewing Steph Ewing and maybe a player, so stick around. You're watching Big Sky Softball Championship on ESPN+.
Montana has just beaten Weber State 8-3 in game 1 of the tournament. We go down to the field with Logan Kelso. He's live with head coach Steph Ewing.
Hello, everybody. I'm with game 1 winning coach, Montana's head coach, Steph Ewing. Steph, first Big Sky tournament win for your program since 2023. How's that?
Feels great. You know, the girls came out swinging today. Kara did a nice job. We just came out and we're us today, and love that for them, and good start to the conference tournament.
6 home runs by the team today, 3 by Anna Cockhill. What were the hitters seeing today?
You know, we had a great BP out here yesterday. We know we're in a hitter's park. We said all week long, if we hit, we've got a chance in this tournament. So here we are, we're swinging the bats good, and on to the next one.
We're going to see you in a couple hours when you play Idaho State.
We sure will. Go Grizz. Let's go, baby.
Sweet, Coach. Back to you, Taylor.
All righty, that'll do it for game number 1 here of the Big Sky tournament. We'll be back in again in about 30 minutes as game 2 is going to get underway, featuring Portland State and Sacramento State for Logan Kelso and all of our ESPN crew who do such a fabulous job. John Young, Matt Roberts, our SID, John Match, and the SID for Montana, and the SID for Weber State. I'm Taylor Fitzgerald, and we'll be back more with softball in about 30 minutes.
11:30 next game.